Hello, it's Yvonne back with your bonus read. We're going to use the Millennium Thoth Tarot for your reading. Sometimes people ask me what the cards are that I'm using. I always announce them at the beginning. It's rare I forget. I do forget every now and again, but for the most part I will always announce them as I'm using them. It is a beautiful deck, so I'm not really sure if this is this person asked which deck I was using, so I wasn't sure which video they were talking about. So if you're watching again, it is the Millennium Thoth, which sort of comes in a really beautiful box, like one of the very hard-backed boxes. At the moment, it's looking quite good. Sometimes these really heavy decks get chipped very easily and they start to sort of dwindle around the edges, I guess, but this one's looking pretty good so far. It is a beautiful, beautiful pictures. Okay. See where we're going with this. Okay, so we're starting off this reading with the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a card of partnership. It's the card of people working together, teamwork. It means that we have two people working on another entity, hence the three. So it can mean, I love that it has the sign in the middle of that, because that is the sign on my logo. Two people working together. This can be two people wanting a baby, for example. It can be two people working in a partnership on a third entity, which may be the relationship. It can also, for me, talk about some sort of contracted agreement that you have with another person to fulfill something. And it always has been that way for me. So I often think it's that sort of whole thing of, being destined to work on something with someone. So soul contract. The Two of Wands is coming through here. Now I feel like here you may be, the other thing I love about these cards is it has all the astrological symbols as well, and it tells you which card represents what. So this is the card of Aries. So this is something you're choosing here. You're choosing something, you're choosing to follow something here. Because the Two of Wands is a card that talks about a possible pathway opening up for you. And it's different to the pathway you've come from, but do you stay on the path and the tried and true, or do you move in a new direction? Now there is something coming in for you here that is going to allow you to fulfill some sort of destiny here. But I feel like you're stuck at the crossroads. Okay, so there is an offer here from maybe a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Some sort of offer coming in. Now, the Prince of Pentacles for me can sometimes represent something coming from the universe, some sort of opportunity being made to you that is coming because it's your destiny and on your path for you. But there seems to be some sort of reluctance to move forward here. I'm feeling you're either stuck in a place or you're stuck on the crossroads. Yes, he's stuck. Okay. The Four of Pentacles for me is very much about being stuck. Now, if we think of in terms of the Three Pentacles that we see at the beginning, and we're seeing in terms of a fourth pentacle, it's like you're stuck waiting for this pentacle to be offered. And that's what's keeping you stuck. So I feel like for some of you, you may be waiting for somebody to make an offer to you. And you may have been waiting for a long time because you're stuck at the crossroads. Now, obviously you have a soul contract with this person, but you're not moving forward because you're still waiting. And I feel like somehow or another, this is keeping you stuck because you're doing the waiting rather than getting on with your life. Now, sometimes people say to me, things haven't happened for me and I'm really stuck. And I think the reason you're stuck is because you're waiting for the offer. And that will keep you stuck. So what the universe always sort of puts forward is when you're in a situation of standing waiting, you will have longer to wait because you're standing and waiting. The idea is to put that to one side and move on with your life and think about yourself rather than the offer. Think about yourself rather than the possibility. Because what sometimes happens and this is, I guess, the downside to reading for people. If you read for a person and you tell them they're going to meet someone, sometimes they sit and wait for that. And the idea is you move on. You've got the information you need. You move on with your life. You do not wait for what is coming towards you. You do your best to distract. You move through other things. You become... What Spirit always says is that you need to do creative things to get your mind off what you're waiting for. And if you find yourself thinking about it or waiting for it, let it go, because that is stopping you from manifesting. And I feel like you've got yourself stuck here because you're waiting. Oh, there's the ace. Don't you love Spirit? So if you have a look, you've got the 3 Pentacles here, which says to me there is some sort of soul contract. But instead of moving on and getting on with your life, you're sitting around waiting for something to come to you. Now, this might not just be a relationship. It may be a job. You may be waiting for a particular job. Get on with the job you're doing. Keep your mind off things. Become creative. Do what you need to do. Because somehow or another, a pentacle is coming towards you, and we can see it here. So it is on its way to you. But what you're doing, you've got the 3 Pentacles and you're waiting on the 4th one, and you're keeping yourself stuck in this sort of energy here. You're stuck in a fortress here. So you've castled your way up because you are waiting for something to be offered here. Now the Devil card tells me, because the Devil card can talk about things that go to extremes. So we're talking about you focusing on something or the potential or the possibility rather than just moving on and expecting and understanding the universe will provide it in due timing. So there's an energy here with the Devil that maybe you're holding, you're chained to it now. You've chained yourself to an expectation or a possibility, which means you're not open for manifestation. So I see here the 10 of Swords, and I feel like this is you coming to the end of something. So maybe you're starting to understand that by focusing on something, you know, I remember years ago, because you have the 6 of Swords, so I see you moving away from this energy. When I was a kid, I remember somebody saying to me, a watched kettle never boils, or a watched pot never boils. And I used to think, I don't know what they're talking about. You know, my grandparents used to say a lot of things, my parents did too, a lot of really sort of confusing sort of adages. But over the years, I started to realize what they meant. If you're standing around waiting for something, the time, which Edison, I think, said time is relative. If you're on a journey, if you're working, let's use work. If you go to work and you have very little to do, your day drags. If you go on a journey and you're watching out the window and you're not occupying yourself, the journey lags. If you stand there waiting for something to come to the boil, it will take forever because your focus is totally on that thing. Now, if you're at work and you can't find something and you think, oh, well, you know what? I can't find anything to do, so I'm going to strip back the shelves, clean everything and keep busy. And the next minute you look at your watch and it's nearly close time. And you're like, where did that day go? It's distraction. It's taking your mind off the very thing you're focused on because it feels like it's taking forever when you're focused on it. And don't forget, there is no timing in spirit world. When we do the readings, there is no time. Things can take place very quickly, they can take place very slowly, depending on how you respond. So remember, manifestation is about asking for something and then letting it go and trusting the universe will bring it to you and getting on with your life and doing what you need to do, but not focusing on that very thing that you want. Because as humans, we're taught not to focus on... I'm trying to think how Spirit's talking about this here. Because in manifestation, there is an allowance to manifest what is right for you and what is on your path, rather than what you're predicting or controlling. So remember, when you're focused on something and trying to bring around a certain outcome, you are trying to control the situation. And we're not meant to control. We're meant to trust, we're meant to flow, we're meant to go with things. So all the time you're focused on a particular thing, you're actually holding it back from yourself. I hope that's what they're trying to say. All right, let's just get into the reading and see if we get some deeper meanings. All right, so we have the Tower here. you know what? When I was saying that just then, I thought, I reckon something's going to happen here to make you understand that you can't control what is going on in your life. You can control what time you have a shower. You can control when you eat. There are things you have control over, but you do not have control over the outer world, only your inner world. And somehow or another, I feel like when I was sort of talking, I was thinking somehow or another, I feel like Spirit is saying to you here, you're going to be shown manifestation of something that you let go of. Something that you allowed to just go and decide that somehow or another, if it came in, it came in. But I know, I remember back to when I was like so controlled. Everything about me was controlled. I'd apply for a job, and then 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'd be focused on whether I got that job or not. And when I didn't get it, I'd be devastated. Because my control and everything I'd done was put into that one thing, which then represented everything I wanted, and I would be so let down when it didn't happen. And there was a time when I went and tried for many jobs because I was so desperate to get a job. I'd moved interstate. I tried for all these jobs, and in the end, I was just like, there were so many jobs out there, I didn't even know who was writing to me and telling me that I hadn't got the job. I couldn't even remember. And this one particular time, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to worry. If it's coming to me, it's coming to me. If it isn't, it isn't. And I got like 4 job offers in a week. So I feel like here, this tower is about to show you something that perhaps you've been waiting for, but you'd forgotten about. In theory, you'd let it go. You thought perhaps it's never going to happen, and you'd let it go. Let's see where the energy of these cards is going. All right, so we have the Star card coming through with the Princess of Cups. There is definitely an offer coming in here as part of your destiny. We have the World card here, but this is really the universe telling you here exactly what I've just said. There is something you need to release here with the universe, with the World card. Something you need to close off, a chapter. It is something that I feel like the universe is going to show you here now in the Tower. Maybe you've always found it difficult to manifest, and maybe other people around you seem to always manifest the things they want, and you can't understand why you're not getting it. And even in understanding why you're not manifesting, that in itself is control. So there is something here that is about to offer to you, that's about to show you that the world is still working in your favor, even though you can't see what's happening. All right, we have the Six of Wands. You have the Victory card here with the Six of Cups. So I feel like this may be something that you asked for a long time ago that didn't come to you. Because I have the Two of Pentacles here. Now what I'm feeling here really, really strongly with this Six of Cups, that it's something that you asked for a long time ago, did not come through. Something that you asked for that never eventuated is about to come back towards you here. And you're going to be shown the true power of manifestation. And this is going to change everything in your world, because you're going to understand the power of letting go and trusting. And whatever this is, it's going to bring a great victory here for you. But it may throw you off your kilter to start off with, because you're being broken down here to see something differently. Eight of Wands tells me it's very close and it's moving very quickly. And then we have the Magician. There's you manifesting in all your glory. Now, I remember back to it being a child, and I can remember manifesting things all the time as a child. But as an adult, I was looking back on that thinking, wow, I used to do that so easily. You know, to the point where things came at me and I'd be really dumbfounded because I didn't really think that those things would happen. Like, I remember I was doing acting. I loved acting. And I did a lot of productions at school, and I never had to audition for a part because I always got the part. I never had to worry. I just went in, I had a look at what the play was all about, and I just waited. And I always got offered either the part I wanted or a really good part in a play. I never had to ask for it. I just had to put it out there that it was what I wanted, and it would come. And there was lots of things like that when I was a child. But you see, your ego gets in the way. And your ego is what needs to control. And the Magician is here telling me that you are manifesting something, even though perhaps that's a card of manifestation again. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles for me is manifestation. The Magus is, or the Magician is manifestation. So even though you can't see it here, they're going to show you that something you wanted a long time ago is about to manifest. Some sort of offer here. But you let this go thinking it was never going to happen. And in the letting go is what is helping you to manifest. Okay, let's skip back to the mini read. All right, Three of Pentacles coming through. Some sort of soul contract is about to be fulfilled. You are stuck at a crossroads here, waiting for this offer to come towards you. But you've got yourself stuck because you're waiting. There is an offer here, but the Devil card warns us not to get sort of too into the control energy and try to control the outcome of something. You have to complete this cycle here with this Ten of Swords. Now the Six of Swords is here, which tells me you're probably moving away from this energy as we speak. Because here I see something being broken down. You've been shown something here that perhaps you've not realized before. So when people say to you, when you manifest, ask for it and just let it go and trust that the universe will provide. That is what's happening here. You're being provided with something here because you've let go, you're manifesting. It's beautiful. So I see the closing down of this old pattern, this pattern of controlling, of waiting for the next best thing, not appreciating or feeling gratitude for what you have already, always waiting for the next thing to come in to make you happy. Two of Cups with the Prince of Wands, the Princess of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Now, because I have the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Cups here, I feel like for some of you, you're waiting for love. You're waiting for a soulmate. You're waiting for some sort of communication here, which is coming. For others of you with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like it's just putting you in this place of solidarity, of serenity. Like you are really in a place where you are feeling whole and complete with the Nine of Pentacles, which maybe you've not felt before. But whatever this manifestation is that's coming to you is going to show you. It may be a job that you wanted years ago that you missed out on. It may be money coming to you. But here I see money, I see love, I see communication. Whatever it was for you, it is about to be shown to you here. But you have to complete the cycle first. You have to be prepared to let it go and just trust that the universe is working on your behalf. All right, let's pull you an oracle card. Oh, and there it is. Adaptability. Interesting energy. 64, 10, completion. All synchronistic. Woodwives. Adaptability, strong roots and growth. The Woodwives dance into your dreams as a reminder to be grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are, what you'll tolerate and what you've learned to date and what boundaries to see you so you feel good about yourself. Life is going to offer you something extraordinary now, and in order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom, not less. You have everything you need. You have all it takes to do this right now. If you also keep reminding yourself to be flexible, you'll be amazed at how well things play out for you. The Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and students of the new world, as these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. They represent what you already know how to do. Learn, be in the beginner's mind, let go of your rigid notions of how things should be and be present to what is right now, unencumbered by your projections. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? No worries, nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass and you will dance with nature and move with it. Perhaps you're being given an opportunity to take a chance on something new and you're not sure how far you can go without losing your footing. Have no fear, for when you remember your roots, your integrity, your authentic self, you can stretch yourself beyond the invisible line you drew. go for it. You'll be so glad you did. What a beautiful card to get on that reading. It talks about all of the letting go, all of the expectations, everything that you're focused on, let it go. It's about to be shown to you. Thank you.